Hey there, Aquarius. How's it going? So I decided to do a reading for the second half of 2021. I had done overviews for each sign for the entire year. Those were posted back in December. And I just wanted to check in and see what was going on and see some things that might be coming in for the last half of the year. It was really interesting. There seem to be pushing heavily towards romance, but we'll see what comes up for you. But Aquarius, what I heard, I'm fine. I don't need you. I mean, it could be a child, a teenager, just, um, you know, what's the right word? Teenagers need to sort of break free from the family and move on. That's kind of the phase of life. So it could be just sort of part of that. But I almost saw it more as it's reminding me of something. I like the podcast Armchair Expert, something Dak said about his wife, Kristen Bell. And he said, one of my favorite things about Kristen is that I know that if our relationship didn't work out, like she would be fine. And he didn't mean it, yeah, so she's a strong enough person that she will be okay. It doesn't mean she wouldn't be horribly sad, or you know what I mean, but she would be fine. It's not going to devastate her. It's not going to throw her into an absolute tailspin or whatever. So there's some sort of person, and maybe it's you, and I did write where you are really feeling incredibly strong and solid and grounded and okay as you are your own person. Um, and welcome and love a loved one into your life, but are realizing what a strong person you are as an individual. I don't know exactly what it is about that, but something about that makes you feel. It's just it's giving you God damn it, it's giving you a confidence. And I see with confidence, if you tended to be a little on the controlling side, there's a letting go, because you're just like, you know what, I don't have to try to control other things, other people's situations. If they don't go the way I want, because lots of times if it's has to do with someone else, we really can't control them, and often trying to control them creates more issues than, you know what I mean, in and of itself. I feel like there's been like sort of a step back, a release, a surrender of trying to force certain outcomes, and it's bringing a real peace and a different perspective, and you may find your life moving in a really different direction. Because of this. So you can't see me, but I'm putting my hands down and out and like lifting my heart center, like, and you'll see in I don't know what card this is, but in some cards in this deck, it seems like there are quite a few, actually in this deck too, there is that symbol of surrender in some of the cards that catch my eye as I'm letting go, I'm opening up. I'm going to stop trying to control, and try to attract, allow things to come to me. That's interesting. Okay. This is for me in an overall position, sort of a general position. So the Four of Swords is healing. It's quieting the mind. So this may be part of what I was just talking about. maybe your mind's just been racing and racing and racing and trying to figure things out, and maybe you've been, complaining or fussing or really worked up about something. And the Four of Swords is like, no, no more. It's, wasting that energy on something unproductive, and kind of saying, no, I need to calm. I need to go within. It's interesting that her heart is here. I'm going to feed my soul. She isn't a nest. It's protected, but this is a card about healing, meditation, learning to quiet those racing thoughts, to have a peaceful mind, no matter what's going on around you, being able to skillfully not get sucked up into those types of external drama. It could be healing after some sort of injury, or even surgery sometimes, but it doesn't mean it was for something huge. You could have stitches, it could be anything, or, twisted your ankle. So this last half of the year, Aquarius, for you guys is going to be calmer. It's going to be more peaceful. And I think this is a direct reflection on the work you've been doing, and that the shift goes from sort of blame and trying to control outward things that you can't control, to inward healing, self-love, looking at the quality of your thoughts, looking at what you spend your time doing, what your thoughts spend your time on, and whether it's productive, and some sort of realization that I can't control a lot of those things, and I need to stop trying to, because that's a lower vibration. So you're raising your vibration, I guess. After all that, you got a map here, Page of Pentacles. He's trying to figure out where he wants to go. He's making a plan, though. He's got a little bit of money. You could be thinking of moving. Trying to plan out where you're going to go, planning a vacation. Oh, he's flipping a coin. He's flipping one of his coins. But he's prepared. So the Page of Pentacles, this is in career. So the Page of Pentacles, he learns that, if I can just save $20, a week, I can save some money to buy something that I want. Or they more realize, I need to keep, if I do this for a long period of time, I'll really be able to save up some money for whatever they're interested in doing. So they're able to defer instant gratification. Wow, I had trouble getting that out. They understand that it's worth, if they're trying to lose weight, making yourself wait longer in between meals and not snacking, and little things like that, they realize pay off. Now this is in the career position, so this is definitely a message about a new job. You could actually find yourself with 2 job offers, and then you're like, damn, I just would have taken any, and now that I have 2, I have a little bit of a decision to make. And it's hard because, like a relationship, you don't know how a job situation really is until you're in it. You know what I'm saying? Every group of people are different, the dynamic's different, and you just kind of don't know until really you're in it for a while, till the honeymoon period's over. But one thing I do see you again with this more Zen attitude, this quieting of your mind, this sort of staying in your own lane. Is that a new saying? I hear that now being said. I don't think it's a new saying, but I feel like people are saying it more. So I'm going to stop now. Yeah, just kind of, I'm here to do a job, and I'm going to do the job and sort of keep my head down and some of you may think I'm staying out of office politics. If I have a helpful suggestion, I'll say it professionally, but there's sort of a separation here of, yeah, I guess being more professional, or this is um, a more formal work atmosphere in this job. These jobs are being offered, or maybe you have to decide. Maybe one's work from home, and maybe one's going to a castle. Maybe one's going to, like an actual institution, and one you can work from home. So you're trying to figure out, okay, making some decisions. Well, if it's work from home, I can sort of be anywhere and work. I don't know. So I think it's a positive, very positive card in the career, that there are options, there are messages, there are new sources of income coming in. And I feel like you're kind of weighing the pros and cons and trying to figure out, to make a decision here about where you want to go. Sorry. And in the romance department is the Tower. I'm not going to show that card because it's very racy. Here, we'll show the top of it. I apologize. And I don't know how, some people are offended by nudity, I guess. I don't know. I want to pull a couple more cards. So the Tower these want to come out. The Tower in the romance category. It's interesting. It could simply mean that something that's been gone, that there could be a bit of a blow up, something coming to a head, something that's sort of been, how in relationships you avoid talking about things because you feel like it will cause a fight, or even more seriously bring the relationship to a point where you would have to make a decision about whether staying with the relationship. And that's a lot to deal with, and sometimes you put off, or maybe it will be it's like a phase or something like that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But the Tower says, yeah, you guys haven't been dealing with this, so the universe sort of comes in and brings it to the forefront, like it needs to be dealt with. So I have my idea what it is, but let's see what this says. Wow. Earth, earth, earth. 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and 2 tens. So something about the 10th month, so October, or the 10th of a month. 8 to 10 weeks. So romance could find you at, if you have a hobby or something you like to do. So, I don't know, it could be walking your dog. It could be, some sort of activity you participate in. It could be something, it could be, running, maybe do 5Ks, or, something around exercise, I guess I'm getting. It's something you love to do. It's what you like to do outside of work. It feeds your soul. So there may be meeting someone in some sort of situation where you have a shared interest. The 10 of Pentacles is legacy. It's generations. It's family legacy. There's a richness to this card, so there could be some sort of inheritance. Boy, maybe you get a windfall. Oh my God, I'm holding the Wheel of Fortune. Duh. Maybe you get some sort of windfall, and it allows you to rethink something about your career. I'm not going to brush over the Tower. And I do like the Tower card. I've learned to embrace the Tower card because it means whatever was happening was not sustainable. It wasn't going to last. This was a matter of time. And I feel like things were a little bit suspended or on pause, just in this, I don't know, this sort of, relationship dance of just, I don't know. How do I explain it? It wasn't, yeah, it's like there was an unspoken issue and you guys were just sort of moving around each other, almost like, okay, maybe you guys aren't really connecting physically, and it's almost been like you kind of dance around each other. So like if you're in the kitchen and you go to get into a drawer right as the person moves to get something out of the cabinet above it, instead of like, ooh, hey, and hugging or something, you kind of step back, like you don't want to touch each other or something. And I feel like that is, my stomach's growling. I feel like that is, there's some sort of elephant in the room, unspoken thing that's going on. I don't know if it has to do with sort of family matters that maybe one or two or both of you, maybe you had very different upbringings. Um, and it's hard sometimes to bridge that gap once you really get into a relationship, because if they grew up in a household where, I don't know, what was modeled to them, which seems normal to them, which they think is the way things are for everyone, and you grew up in a different type of experience, it can be hard to come together because we often just assume the other person thinks and feels the same. Potentially the relationship, there wasn't those hard conversations ahead of time, like, what do you think about this? What do you think about kids? What do you think about retirement? How do you see us handling money together? What's important to you? When do you want to retire? You know, all of those types of things. Like, do you want to raise your kids religious? I mean, you'd be surprised at how those things pop up, where people had made assumptions. Boy, I sure the hell did that. So something, yeah, about legacy. I'm also going to say this, and I don't usually say these types of things, but someone if you're in a relationship, could catch the other person's eye. Now, if you're single, again, I see you meeting someone that you have a shared interest in. They could have experienced a Tower moment. They could have been cheated on or something like that. So I would say they could have money. Okay, this new person could have money. There could be something about a prenup. I'm pro prenup. I think it protects both sides. So someone could be affluent enough, but even if there isn't, a lot of money, I think prenups are still super, super smart personally. But, you have to think about that. Maybe you're offended by them and the other person thinks they're important, again, because of different experiences and different backgrounds. I don't know. That was a weird aside for someone. I want to pull a few more cards because I feel like it's still a little. Ah, I just saw the Seven of Swords. There's just someone being an asshole in your environment, I think. Yeah, Eight of Swords. Here's the denial. I'll put that with the Tower, the denial card, feeling trapped. Maybe you want to get out of a situation, but financially. Some people stay for financial reasons. What else do we have? Wow. Okay. Overall, there is a healing. You got the Star and the Ten of Cups, a healing and a working together towards a happily ever after, a shared happily ever after. So I do see you coming together. So this Tower moment doesn't have to end the relationship at all. In fact, it could be the thing that brings you guys closer together. That elephant in the room, once you talk and get those things out, you may see, oh my God, that was such a misunderstanding, or you may appreciate where the other person's coming from. That could deepen the intimacy, and that could help you both heal and realize you're both moving towards a similar, happily ever after. Whatever that is, that could be, I mean, there's no magical happily ever after. It's different for every person and every couple. The Star card is the Aquarius card. It's dreaming, it's wishes coming true. It could be going viral, but there's a lot of healing with that Four of Swords behind it and the Star card. And I see a supportive energy too. So even with that Tower and that Eight of Swords, I feel like it's going to, whatever it is, you will feel more connected. Oh, and here we go back to the channeling. I'm fine. I don't need you. Like really feeling like you can stand on your own, feeling more secure, which again then makes any relationships better. And of course, we have that Page of Pentacles with these offers coming in the earth sector. So that's where you live, a job, how you earn your money. And some of you could get a windfall. Maybe you win a scratcher or whatever. I also see that potentially happening for some of you. An inheritance, even. Okay, Aquarius, kind of a lot around there, but those are the messages. Take care.